Cholera is spreading quickly across Somalia. 13 of the country's 18 regions are affected and more than 25,000 cases are recorded. Malnourished children under the age of 5 are the most vulnerable. UNICEF has scaled up its response, but it's worried.
We haven't declared a famine yet, but we're very close. Very serious malnutrition, probably more than 200,000 children are going to suffer of severe acute malnutrition in the country. And now we have cholera on top of this, so we really need to pull all our capacities and resources together to stop this.
Families from rural areas are heading to cities desperate for food, clean drinking water and medication.
We traveled with others suffering from the drought and came to an IDP camp. After that, we got sick and were referred to this hospital.
Because of the drought, our farms are dry. We had nothing to eat. We left our homes. On the way, we feared Al-Shabaab attacks. We were told there was food and water in Badoa, so we came here.
Nearly half of Somalia's population is in need of humanitarian assistance. The United Nations is appealing for $825 million to mitigate the crisis. Beryl Oro for CGTN.
Staying with food insecurity, the United Nations has expressed concern over the situation in South Sudan. Humanitarian Affairs Director John Ging is calling for a better response to the famine in Unity State. He says only 27% of the appeal for funding has been received, leaving operations there vulnerable. 1 million people are at risk of starvation. Another 3.6 million have been displaced both internally and as refugees in neighboring countries.
The coping mechanisms have very much been exhausted. And what we are seeing in terms of just the levels and state of malnutrition really alarm us. And of course, as the situation continues, as time passes, it is definitely a race against time. And when we look at what should be the next round of rains, the likelihood that that is not going to happen will make it even worse.
United Nations officials are trying to negotiate the release of staff members held in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo. Former South Sudanese rebels are holding the aid workers hostage in a refugee camp in Munigi. They were stationed in the DRC as part of the UN mission. Authorities have declined to give details about their nationalities, citing security concerns. About 530 former South Sudanese rebels are living in the Munigi camp. They fled Juba after fighting flared up in July last year. For months, the former rebels have asked to be relocated, but UN officials have been unable to find countries willing to take them in.